One can make the case that the commercial nuclear energy industry was born right here in our region almost 70 years ago, when President Dwight D. Eisenhower himself threw the figurative first switch at Shippingport, Beaver County, the first nuclear power plant built exclusively for peacetime use. Well, the industry's had its ups and downs in the decades since, and our region's ridden that roller coaster. But today there's growing confidence that nuclear energy has an important role to play in meeting the rising demand for electricity.
Today we are gathered because we share a common understanding that Pennsylvania and Pittsburgh is uniquely equipped to anchor America's energy future powered by advanced nuclear.
Recently, the Pennsylvania Environmental Council and the Allegheny Conference, which co-produces this program, convened industry leaders, regulators, and policymakers from across the country for a nuclear summit focused on the potential for investment in Pennsylvania. Homegrown Westinghouse Electric has announced plans to build 10 advanced nuclear plants in the United States to meet soaring demand for electricity. I caught up with Jacques Besnanu during the summit at Acrisure Stadium. He's Executive Vice President of Global Markets and Chief Commercial Officer for the Westinghouse Electric Company. Jacques, good to see you. Welcome.
Good to see you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, these are exciting times for the commercial nuclear energy industry, are they not?
They are super exciting. I've been in the business for 40 years on both sides of the Atlantic Ocean and never seen anything like it, ever.
So what's happening now? Why now?
It's a demand. The demand of electricity is going to the roof right now. And for 20 years in the US, we were growing while the electricity demand was flat. It's not the case anymore. And I think the main reason is something I didn't think about a few years ago. It's artificial intelligence. Data centers, the needs are enormous, and we need 24/7 electricity supply that we don't have.
Base load generation seems to be critical.
The only answer to large amount of electricity, of baseload electricity right now, is nuclear, in my opinion. It's gas as well, but if you look at gas power plants, which is great, if you want to order a turbine right now, you have to wait for 6 years. The demand is so high, the demand is incredibly high, and this is unique. I've never seen that before.
This summit is all about advanced nuclear. How is that different from good old-fashioned nuclear, and why is it critical to the way forward?
So we can meet the demand right now with a new reactors, new technology that have been developed actually here for the past 25 years. This technology is called advanced passive. It's a passive reactor, a reactor that can continue to be safe despite everything going wrong. So this has been developed here by Westinghouse engineers. It was called the AP600. Now it's AP1000, delivering 1,000 or 1 gigawatt of electricity. And this technology is ready. It's shovel ready. Actually, 2 reactors are in operation already in Georgia, Vogtle 3 and Vogtle 4, and they are doing extremely well. So we have actually the advanced tool here in the US to build a fleet of reactors to supply data centers.
The industry's had a bit of a spotty history of finishing these projects on time and on budget. Do you think you've solved that problem?
Not yet, but we're working very hard on it. The main issues are not the technologies, but the construction. 60% of the cost of a reactor is because of construction, steel and concrete. Actually, I mean, when you build a reactor on an AP1000, 10,000 people, craft labor, they show up every day. So it's a huge burden. So you don't want them to wait. So how are we going to make sure that the new reactors, the new fleet of reactors, is going to be on time and budget? Number one, we are going to build a fleet. No more stop and go with the supply chain. It's very difficult to have a supply chain when you order a pump and you wait 10 more years to order the next one. No. We are going to do a fleet like we did in France, actually, or they do in China, a fleet of identical reactors, number one. So we can go from next of a kind to end of a kind. So we know how. So when you build a fleet, actually, you build efficiencies. We know by experience that Vogtle 4 is 20% more, was built 20% more efficiently than Vogtle 3. So you have a curve. It's number one. Number two, we are going to use artificial intelligence. We don't want all, we call that we are going to help them build data centers, so we want them to help us. How do we do that? When you have we are going to optimize construction. When you have every day 10,000 workers showing up, you want to make sure that they go to a place, they don't wait. The electrician is not waiting for the pipe fitters. So every day the artificial intelligence machine, and we have a partnership with Google to do that, is going to tell everybody, this is your work package for today. We are sure if you go to this place, you will have work for 8 hours to do electricity connections. So it's how we are going to do this. We are going to do it by a fleet, and we are going to do this by artificial intelligence.
What's the potential for Pittsburgh in all of this?
Pittsburgh is golden. This is the headquarters of Westinghouse. If we are able to develop and put together this, what I call a fleet of 10 identical reactors, 10 AP1000, in the next few years, this is a program for the US which is going to be around $75 billion of direct impact. And for this region, it will be $6 billion only for this region. We are looking at hiring 15,000 people in this region between us and the supply chain. So the impact will be very, very, very sizable.
Jacques, thank you so much. Wish you luck.
Thank you so much.
Well, next up, the Steelers weren't the only team from our region traveling to Ireland this fall. Leaders and supporters of the Green Building Alliance tagged along to explore best practices on the Emerald Isle. To find out what they learned when we return, please stay with us.